So I want to start today's episode by saying that I am super excited because tonight I'm going to Tori Kelly's concert. Yes, you heard that right. I am a singer, by the way, so it is really important for me to go to her concert, and I am so excited and so happy because I thought I was not going, and then I just realized I am going. I'm going with my friend. He's a singer too, so we're gonna have the greatest time. We're both really huge fans, and this is a full circle moment for me because I used to listen to her when I was younger, when I was a teenager, and I used to watch her videos on YouTube. And I come from Venezuela, so and I come from this small town, and obviously there wasn't. I mean, I could always like travel and see her, but I never thought I could actually go to one of her concerts. And then I'm here, and she's coming to town, and easily I'm going to her concert. And this is a perfect segue for today's topic because we're talking about the environment. So, welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Marco. I am a marketer, fitness coach, singer, and astrology student, amongst other things, on a journey to discover what it means to be human. I am on a quest to build a community that helps us believe in ourselves, unleash our inner power, and reclaim our voices through self discovery. So, if you enjoy discussing topics such as fitness, relationships, astrology, and human stories in general, please feel free to subscribe, share, or reach out. Together, through the power of stories and conversation, we can grow stronger. So, yeah, in the last few episodes, we've been talking about, the concept of deep health and how there are six dimensions of life, like six defined, I guess, dimensions of life that all intertwine together. But if you make changes, little changes, or progress in these areas, you can find deep health, and you can be happier, and you can do the things you love and feel better. Um, this is a holistic approach to health. This I've learned through my studies with precision nutrition. And you also know I am a sucker for astrology. I am not endorsing astrology. I'm just uh I'm just talking about it. And in astrology there are 12 um dimensions of life, or 12 houses or areas of life that are actually six um pairs of two areas of life. They're all correlated with each other. So I'm drawing the correlation between those six dimensions of life to deep health that I mentioned earlier, and the dimensions of life in astrology. So what I'm doing is like um, talking about the similarities between them, and um, speaking from two perspectives. And yeah, so today we'll talk about one of the dimensions of life that impacts our health, and that is our environment. Your environment shapes your decisions, right? It can be to your detriment or to your advantage. This is a huge, this has a huge impact on our health. For example, do we have access to pure air, clean running water, healthy produce, or quality food around us? Because that will make it easier for us if, for example, we want to consume healthy food. Um, if you want to stay active, how is our infrastructure in our city? Like, if we want to walk, do we have trails close by? Do we get to do physical activity because the place where we live allows that? um and of course, sometimes we can come up with excuses for things that we don't want to do, but it certainly we can our environment can make uh things a lot more easier, depending on what we want to accomplish. And health um, is highly impacted by our environment. Again, one of our, I guess, first environments is our body, our house, what is very close to us, maybe, like our family or our friends or our where we work. And for example, if at work there's this little snack bar and we have a bunch of, like, I don't know, candy, probably we're gonna eat that at some point. Or if it if in our house we have um maybe, I don't know, a TV, probably we're gonna watch TV. I don't know. Just like telling these little examples of how these little things that we have access to will increase the likelihood of engaging in a certain behavior. Um, there's something, I think I heard that from the Atomic Habits guy. So, for example, like if you want to, I guess, floss, like if you have your dental floss like right there, not saved somewhere, but if you have it like showing, it'll trigger you to engage in that behavior. For example, flossing every night. That's something I try to do. I keep it showing in my bathroom because there are things like it, and again, it depends on what you want to do or what you want to accomplish. So if you want to engage in a certain habit or acquire a certain habit, you need your environment to work in your advantage. And I know there are things you can control, and there are things you cannot control. Obviously, sometimes like you're not going to move or something, but there are things you can control that are very little, but you do a lot on a regular that have a huge impact on your life. So it's a really good thing to start with the small things. Obviously, generalizing, um, but in terms of like generals into general health, um, it's a good idea, to pay attention to what you do every day on a regular basis, and then make these little changes that will impact um, big time in your life. As another part of our environment is our body, how we feel, and mm, the way in which we interact with our surroundings. Um, if we go fast or if we go slow, the things that require a process, right? And in astrology, this is where I find the similarity. And I think about, oh, in astrology, this would be the Taurus energy, the earth energy. So in the Taurus energy, it is they this is funny because when they talk about Taurus, which is archetypically the second house, that is associated with the eighth house in astrology. So it's the second and eighth house are together. The second house is Taurus's house, and the eighth house is Scorpio's house. So hang on. Now, it's funny because sometimes people say that Taurus people or the Taurus energy are like, they like comfort and they like things to be stable, or they can be a little lazy. And it's more than that. It's actually understanding that earth energy, because it's an earth energy, that life itself, by the way, Taurus is ruled by Venus. And again, life itself has its own timing. It's about respecting a process, right? So that's why sometimes people are like, oh, Tauruses are like, oh, I just want to stay here, cozy in the couch. And there's something else to that, because like it's the experience, it's a senses, it's a pleasure. But pleasure has needs to have some space and timing and a process for it to happen. When you're like in a rush, you cannot enjoy anything, like you cannot feel. You're just like going after many, many things, and you don't have time to process. And your body itself has a time to process things. You can understand things through your mind, but your body has a different timing. It's like, for example, you eat something and you cannot tell your body, okay, digest this in 30 minutes. No, your body has its time to digest. And the funny thing is, when I was learning astrology, when I was doing my course, um, it was divided in three levels. So the first level was about experiencing the energies on like firsthand, but also through your body. So it wasn't that much about um, knowledge or information. It was about experience. And when we were working on the Taurus energy, we were working on one of the, I guess, assignments or the homeworks was to eat slowly and to um pay attention to how you eat your food. And I know in this fast-paced rhythm that we have today is that we want to do so many things. I struggle with this because I want to do so many things in such little time that it makes no sense. And sometimes I eat like super fast or eat watching my phone, being on my phone or getting distracted and not being present. And that it is actually very important for you to take your time to, eat slowly, enjoy your food, actually see if you like it or not. Stay tuned with your hunger cues, with your satiety cues. And sometimes we don't allow that to happen because we're trying to do things too fast. And I'm saying we, but I'm talking for myself. And when I used to coach back in the day, I I noticed it. Like people who are like in an office, they don't really make time to actually eat. Um, and not even that. Like sometimes you're not used to it, and it is really important. So again, I was saying that because like you can have the information, but your experience has a part on the things you want to learn, or again has a huge impact on the results you want to have or the things that you want to accomplish in life. In this particular case, we're talking about health or being healthier, uh, but it can work for everything you want in life. So through your experience, through allowing the process to happen, you are, I guess, setting yourself for success in the results you want to have. So yeah, that's the Taurus energy, allowing things to happen, things to actually have uh, real and um, experiential, is that a word? And I guess material energy to it. And the opposite energy, or the energy that works with the Taurus energy, is a Scorpio energy. In the Scorpio energy, or in the eighth house, they talk about shared values and shared resources, inheritance, and stuff like that. But it's also about the of processes of transformation. And for transformation, sometimes you need to let go of things. So they say like Scorpio has like this dark energy or like very deep energy. And it's because of that. It's like when you find treasures, a treasure that you didn't know you have. Like it's like you have to go deep. And through the experiences of life, and sometimes if the experiences are hard or you're having a hard time or a very unpleasant situation, sometimes those things mm, require you to go deep into yourself and find this power that you didn't know you had and that you wouldn't have known otherwise. Um, But in a simpler way, you can see at Scorpio, we're at the eighth house, which is the house of transmutation, as the house where you let go of things that are no longer serving you. So in the Taurus energy, there is this abundance or this creation of resources. And then in the opposite, right? In the or what you value, right? And through knowing what you value, what you want to create, then on the Scorpio end of the axis, you get rid of what you don't want, or you get rid of what no longer serves you. And that's where it gets tricky, because sometimes to let go of things is hard and you need to use your willpower. But this is like in the Taurus, in that second and eighth house dimension, which is like your environment, what surrounds your resources, what you value, and your choices. And in in that area is where you have to find your balance in between, okay, understanding what you value, choosing based on what you value, but for that you had to experience through your body, through your senses. And then based on those choices, you go towards what you actually want and the results you want. And then the things that are that don't align with that, you let go of. So again, if we talk about the environment or your environment, and we associate it with this, with the Taurus and Scorpio, it's like depending on what you value, you will make decisions to change your environment and let go of things, and let go of things that don't serve what you value, and um, supply yourself with the things that will be in alignment to what you actually want. You know, the things that make your life better. So if you want to improve your health, and let's say you want to um, get a little more active, so maybe you can shape your environment. I don't know if you want to get into yoga. So maybe you can like display your yoga mat next to your bed, and then you make it easier for you. Or if you don't want to get distracted every morning when you wake up and grabbing your phone, then you set your phone aside, and you don't put it close to you. So you make it harder. So you eliminate distractions, and you again um, find the things that actually nurture you and that make you better, so that you can actually get the results you want in life. Um, so just a little summary, because I wanted to tell you more, a little more about the Taurus energy. So Taurus and Taurus Scorpio. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus again, value, desire, pleasure, um, the things you enjoy, that you like, what you want to go for. Um, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is about transformation, and it can be also like control and all this like dark energy, quote unquote. But yeah, it's about that transformation and about finding that strength required to let go of the things that don't serve you. And it's this unknown power is that you only find by going very deep. So that's why sometimes they say like Scorpios are so intense, or so deep, or like they might say like are possessive or controlling, but the actual energy is that depth and that going into the places maybe where there is no light, and then there finding incredible power, incredible value. Um, so yeah, it's a water sign. Scorpio is a water sign, and Taurus is an earth sign. So usually that's how it works. Like earth and water are complementary, as well as fire and air are complementary. So the idea is to find balance in between those two energies, the the earth energy and the water energy. So, for example, the emotional energy and the more rational energy, both are needed. It's about finding a balance in for health. You need to find balance in between the things that influence, um, again, your health. Okay, so this is everything I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything to add, just please reach out and let's talk about it. I'll see you next time.